Hey, Shalom. Want to start off? Shalom. Want to start off by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rekah HaKodash, Mashana Kabbalah, Zaquan Sha'al Gadar Wakah, which is giving double honor to the elder apostles, great millstone. And this is just a spiritual conversation on the road. Persecution is on its way, man. After, as we can see, after the January 6th situation where, E had, I believe that, E has planned or staged this capital, setting of people ransacking the Capitol, besieging the Capitol, which that makes fucking no sense completely. But it doesn't matter if it was staged or not. This January 6th Capitol sieging situation is leading into the persecution of the prophets, man. I've been listening in on some radio, and in my city, Cleveland, where I'm held captive at, in Babylon, in Cleveland. They just recently they throwing around this word racism. They playing with this word racism, and they really playing with this word racism all throughout the states, man. The Babylonian states. But I just recently heard a college in Cleveland, called Tri-C. They starting to throw out this word racism. They said something about attacking racism. Which we understand that this racism, cause they gonna divide it. They gonna divide, and conquer, right? They have one big agenda, which is to come down on the prophets and to push the microchip. But that's gonna pour into all of the states. They have to push this upon all of the states, so they're gonna strategically using gradualism, creep in on the prophets, man. But we see this, we see this because Yahweh Shah warned us, and we already know what's gonna happen before it happened. That's the spirit of prophecy. So we just looking for the signs that's gonna show how it's gonna happen, because we don't know exactly how he gonna come down, but we know it's gonna be something obvious as him coming down. Something as simple as him coming down. That's the sign that the Lord gave us. And, he told us that was gonna happen in the end time. So we looking out for that sign through watching and praying, right? Fasting, doing what we have to do, due diligence, right? And the spiritual sign that I just recently seen was that it said Tri-C, which is a college in Ohio, is tackling racism, right? Which I understand that's gonna lead to, because they not saying specifically who being racist. They saying that you have the leftist writers or of the country and all that. The not guys who say Nazi and all that. Basically Edomites. When you think of racists, you might point the finger at Edomites who basically just being themselves, right? But that's gonna dip over into, because E is a serpent, man. He used subtlety, so he's not gonna tell you exactly who he trying to come down on, right? And he even gonna kill some. He gonna come down on some of his own people just to come down on the ones that he specifically want, man. That's how much of a devil this is, man. Right? But he gonna point the finger. When you think of racists, you think of what you think of. You think of we've been suffering for racism since this and that years. You think of so-called black people, so-called Mexicans, so-called Native Americans. Because E hates us, But really, when they throwing out this word racism, is really them trying to come down on the men of the Lord. Because what do we teach? They gonna put, like Apostle Tahar said, he paints the picture with a broad brush. So he gonna paint, he gonna throw a big brush he gonna throw a big brush on the paper, and it's gonna be pointed at what he classifies as hate, right? Hate groups. He already got us on the red list. What is it called? BEG. I forget what it's called. Black extremist groups, man. That's what he classified the men of the Lord as. Black extremist groups, man. Which that's witchcraft, man. Because throughout the teachings, we say time and time again that we not black. We don't classify as black or take the title of black, but that's the title that he gonna slap on the men of the Lord, man. But that title is sitting right next to the title along the side of people of what you say anti-Semitism and people and other racist people, so-called racist people. Which that word racist just means you are for your people, right? Which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with an Edomite, believing in Edomite supremacy, which it is, because it's wrong. Edomite supremacy is a fantasy, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not dealing with the Edomites. But, to a certain extent, there's nothing wrong with that, because you for your people, man. Ain't nothing wrong with Moab, praising the Moabites because that's his people. Ain't nothing wrong with Edom praising his people, because that's his people. Ain't nothing wrong with Yashar Allah Israel praising Yahweh Shem Yahshua because that's his power, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. So yeah, we racist, man. We and once again, we love our people, man. That's all the word racist means, to love your people. You ask these top Amalekite bankers and Edomites, hey man, they love their people, man. I mean, well, not really, because they destroying their own people just to get to Jake. But when they first founded this kingdom, this queendom, it was founded upon the riches of their people. Even though they still had some of their people in captivity because they low level, they was popping Jake women, and they was coming out looking like Jake, and they throw them right into captivity because they on the low level. We're not gonna do that in the kingdom. All our people is gonna be right, living in righteousness and rich and prospering, right? But the point I'm stretching is that there's nothing wrong with racism, but he is gonna paint the picture that he throwing out this word racist using witchcraft with it, man. That's why the scriptures say we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. That's one of his devices. He gonna use Eve, right? He gonna use he might use a black, so-called black male to push this agenda, right? Because it's witchcraft, Of course he gonna use Eve, man. That's what he been doing for all of his shit, man. Even the Maxine, using Eve artist, and because he understand that Eve is weak, He understand that Eve is weak, and a lot of the Israelite men are in that weak mindset as well. So, he gonna throw in some money and use them just as bait, for like he used to do. We went into captivity using that alligator bait. Using this as alligator bait, man. To for us to go straight into the slaughter, man. Well, he using that alligator bait, man. He gonna use our people with that alligator bait tactic, man. Cause he the serpent, he that alligator. He leading our people to the slaughter, man. Which that's not gonna work on the men of the Lord, because the scriptures talk about the standard, man. We gotta keep bringing this up because he is lifted up in his pride, and he gonna test the men of the Lord, thinking that he gonna accomplish his enterprise on the men of the Lord. But Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not gonna allow that, certain brothers gonna die for this truth. You understand that? But to the, that standard has to be lifted up, man. And even the brothers who die for this truth is still gonna have a standard because they gonna be stable in their mind. All right. The Lord gonna be showing them signs. They might see an angel, and the angel might be walking with you, bro. The angel might be walking with you to your beheading, man. Angel might be in there with you in the gas chamber, comforting you with the scriptures or whatever, with his hand on your shoulder, But the Lord might have it to where an angel walking with you to your death, and don't nobody see the angel but you, man. So that's the standard, bro. That's the standard. Yahweh Shai is gonna lift up the standard, and he gonna destroy the house of the evildoers, man. All right. Because once a man of the Lord is persecuted, once a chip is pushed, once Armageddon pop off, these are a couple of few prophecies that's left, man. These are a few prophecies that's left. The little time that he has to rule, right? That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. But yeah, that hour of persecution is coming, but the Lord is gonna live up the standard. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Till next time I say shalom.